Hey, what's good on YouTube? Welcome back to Team VRY. So Xiaomi recently announced the global launch of the standard Redmi Note 15, and we do have it here for a quick unboxing and hands-on, and I just want to show you guys some of the features of this device. Now, we've also covered the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus, and I will link that video in the description below. With that said, let's get started. Alright, so the Redmi Note 15 is the more affordable base model in this series, and unboxing the device, you do get the phone itself obviously, along with a few accessories including a protective case, your charging cable, some paperwork, as well as a SIM tray tool. You also get a charger, which is a nice addition, and so that's pretty much all you get with the Redmi Note 15. Now, looking at the design of the phone, it does look pretty much like the Redmi Note 14, and it does come in 3 different colors, which includes blue, purple, and black. And like the other phones in the Redmi Note 15 series, Xiaomi is marketing this one with Titan durability, so it will be able to withstand most knocks and bumps. It also features IP66 dust and water resistance, so not IP67 or 68 or 69. You also get a plastic frame and back, unlike the fiberglass back on the Redmi Note 15 Pro, and the sides of the phone do taper a bit to a more slim look and feel due to the curved back and front glass. And of course, this frame also houses the dual speaker setup, so here's a quick sample for you guys. Now, going over to the front of the phone, you do get a 6.77-inch curved display. This comes with a 2392 by 1080p resolution, and of course, your standard 120Hz refresh rate. It also maxes out at 3200 nits of peak brightness, so viewing this phone outdoors should be no problem. Now, Xiaomi says that it does use protective glass on this device, although it didn't really specify if it was made by Corning or some other company. It also comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor, which does work pretty well for the most part. Now, another sign of the phone's budget designation is the processor inside, so you're only getting the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 chipset in here. Now, it's going to be smooth for day-to-day usage, but do not expect this to be a performance-oriented phone. Yes, you will be able to run games on here, but I really wouldn't use it as a gaming device. It also starts at 6GB of RAM along with 120 gigs of internal storage, although it does max out at 12 gigs of RAM with 512 gigs of internal storage. Fortunately, there is a microSD card slot, so you can add more storage to your phone if you really need it. Now, the phone also has a modestly sized battery at just around 5520 mAh, and charging isn't too fast at 45 watts. The same can be said for reverse charging speeds, which max out at 18-watt charging on this phone. Now, at the time of this video, the phone is running on HyperOS version 2 with Android 15, and as with any other Xiaomi phone out there, it does come with a ton of pre-installed apps and software. Fortunately, you can uninstall a good number of these, and HyperOS does offer some pretty in-depth customization, which is of course nice if you're the kind of user who wants to tweak their smartphone in terms of visuals and functionality. Now, finally, going over to the camera setup on the back, you do get a high-resolution 108-megapixel main camera, which is accompanied by an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and in front you do get a 20-megapixel front-facing camera. And yeah, that is pretty much the Redmi Note 15. It is of course the more affordable option if you want to save a bit of cash. Overall though, I do think that the 15 Pro Plus is a much better option obviously, but again, your needs and wants might be different. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.